How are you today?
Awesome. Doing
Awesome.
amazing.
And it looks like you're. Are you in? Are we in your piano studio?
Yes, this is my piano studio.
And how many
Very
piano? How many pianos do you have in there? You rather than show us.
yes, we have the quilt that my sister made me, which is stand out of. Now, hopefully, I can move it around without turning the computer off like I did earlier. My 9 keyboards. There you go. So here's
Wow.
my studio setup.
Wow,
Very fun.
very cool, very cool. Well, if people want to learn how to play the piano and do some singing with you, I'm sure well, you could tell about that another time. But today we're talking about the best practice for presenting to camera from a video standpoint. In the videos that you've done, Alicia, what do you think are some of the challenges that, or some of the best practice that you find are the go-to things for you?
People are worried about the background, and that's a big key. Going, where should I do it? Should I do it in my home? Should I have the bed behind me? Should I do a green screen? Should I be outside? What are the limitations you have with location versus audio and presentation? Should it be more professional, with somebody, or should it be casual and just do it in the car? I had some car videos. Not advised.
Not advice. Well, the good thing about the good thing about the car is the audio is going to be really good.
Sometimes, depending on the roar.
Okay, it does
If you're
depend.
traveling or the
You're right.
air.
Oh yeah, but maybe not when you're driving. Maybe don't do a video while you're driving. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's probably not a good look. Yeah, and look, backgrounds, 100%. I see a lot of people thinking, oh, I need to. Especially when you go on Zooms, right? And it's like they blur out, and they think, "Oh, I need to put my brand up here in the virtual screen," and it's sort of like, yeah, nah, no. I think from a background perspective, we just want to make it authentic. And ideally, if it is your bedroom, just tidy up.
Right. No underwear sticking out, please.
No, no. Well, unless you
No
are
rolls hanging around.
unless you're in the business of lingerie, right?
I guess. Even then, you still want them clean. I mean,
Yeah, clean is
that's
good.
another story.
Clean is good. And something like you've got your quilt, which is a hero piece, and it's like it's a point where people can look at and go, oh wow, that's really interesting, tell me about that as you're talking. So I think it's
Right.
about creating some talking points. But yeah, some of the challenges I see is that often people don't, well, there's this key thing called the camera, and a lot of people uh, want to read their notes. They go, I'm going to put my notes just over there to the right hand side. And then they find themselves reading their notes and then kind of coming back to the camera. And would you agree? It's it's like, well, why are they reading their notes and not talking to me? Do you find that?
Right. Like how sometimes I understand if they're like reading a book or they're telling the audience something that's particular, but it's not going to be the whole stream, or the whole story or show that they're trying to put together. So I think there's a good balance of what you can read or what you show to make people look for you. And because most of the time I'm listening to stuff in the background, I'm not even looking at that. And when you're doing a live stream, you're like, look at this quilt. Did you see a beautiful? Like you got to look at the picture in order to see it.
100%.
So
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
to kind of get their attention in different spots so they can come back to you. Come back to the live stream here. We got a beautiful quilt. There's stuff coming out of this piano right here. We got buttons to
And
click.
look, live stream is easier, right? I mean, live stream, doing a live stream opposed to a pre-recorded video, is that you can't kind of go, oh, can we just go back because I stumbled on my words, I want to just go back and repeat that. We don't do that when we're with people, right? So
Right.
live stream, I'm a fan of doing a live stream because there's no editing required.
Real.
It's just now, right? But yeah, some of the other challenges I see is other than is that eye contact, looking at the camera, and because that's where you are, right? You're right there, and I know that peripherally, I can see us down here, but
Mm-hmm.
it's really important to engage with the camera. But there's this other thing called the deer in the headlights. You've seen some people as they're like, I need to look at the camera, the entire time, and I can just see your reaction. It's weird. It's weird. People don't do that. People don't. It's like when we're doing a video, live stream or pre-recorded, we need to be looking at the camera. But when we're talking to other people, we don't look at them the entire time. We look around, we look up there, look up to the right, and then we come back to them. So try and replicate the same thing when you're doing pre-recorded or live videos. Is engage with the camera, with the person, and but come back to that, but also look elsewhere. Do you find, for another tip, do you find that people that they talk really fast?
Yeah, they have a nervous, or they rant on, they just don't stay focused. There's a lot of that myth. So people will know that they're doing it, but after the fact. So if you have a tendency to say, oh, I just rant on, or you're not going anywhere, what are some of those triggers that you can make yourself? And kind of the basic speaking, like I need to have that sticky note right there and have my points so I don't go off topic or, tangent, to put myself, like, what's going to be your own trigger. Everybody's a little different with that aspect.
100%. Structure will set you free. It really is about having a plan. And we don't need to talk about having a plan if you don't have a plan, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, having some structure as to what are the bullet points that we're going to cover in this pre-recorded or live video. And don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to pause and to stop, because again, when the video is just a mirror of a conversation that we're having with one person. I'm talking to Alecia today, and the language that I'm using when I'm presenting to camera is talking to one person, not hello everybody. It's not like, hey, here we are. There might be thousands of people watching your video, but we're still talking to one person. So now I'm conscious that I have a tradesman at my front door. So I'm going to wrap up our live today by letting you know that we have free 30-minute training coming up this week. It is Friday, your time, midday, that's USA Central Time. And we are doing it 7 o'clock on Saturday morning for us here in New Zealand. But Alecia, thank you for your time today.
You're welcome. Thank you as well. Appreciate it.
We will look forward to seeing you. We will put a link below. I'll send you the link, and we will come back to you with that information pertaining to the training. You have a good day.
You too.